Hey everybody, it's the Modern Native. We got a wee bit of rain going on, and it was a terrible thunderstorm yesterday. You can see the hole in the tarp. It got torn right off and blasted a hole right through that. So today is a little bit of a recovery day, hoping some sun comes out in the next couple of days and we'll be able to dry everything out. But I had a tip for you on how to start a fire in the rain. So the wife's breaking up some twigs and stuff off of a dead pine, and I've got these birch logs that were dropped along the trail, so I picked them up. I brought them down here and broke some of them up. Been burning on them for a couple of days, but yesterday you can see they got absolutely soaked. So how do you start a fire if there's no dry wood? You find it. Now this is birch. There was a birch branch. Let me see if I can find that end piece. See the end piece? It looked like it was totally soaked, but once you started breaking into it, this is semi-punky and it's still super dry. So I broke it apart with the hatchet. I'm going to use this as our starting kindling. Tinder, whatever you want to call it. I know it's two different things. Tinder is the smaller stuff that starts the fire, and the kindling is what actually builds it up. But you guys know how I am. So we piled up the birch right there. Now, the reason that this is going to work especially is the fact that birch bark is waterproof, so the inside will stay much drier than any other wood. But those that know me know that I'm not a big fan of accelerants to be used as a fire starter. But if you're in the middle of rain, you're really wanting some breakfast and you don't want to fight with it, a little bit of alcohol from your first aid kit will definitely do some wonders. Just gonna trickle a little bit in there, a little bit towards the bottom, and a little bit towards the back, and decide. And then our fire start should be as simple as, come on, that. Now that should catch the birch, because this birch was kind of punky in the first place. So then we can start stacking up our pine on top. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to be able to make some food and keep on trucking. So when the flame goes from barely visible and blue to a brighter orange, that's when you know it's sustaining itself and it's no longer using the artificial fuel starter that you used to start it. That way you know it'll actually sustain itself. That's my best tip, honestly, for if you've got it and you are in the middle of a rainstorm and you really want to make some breakfast and get a fire started. So until next time, get out there, be a native, and go beast.